G'day, welcome to another day in the life of an eBay reseller. Starting out nice and early, 3:30 a.m. Straight into some breakfast. So just chuck some eggs on the pan, let them cook, and then put them on a wrap. I'll usually get that down, or some toast, and then straight into some morning cardio. So half hour's worth, about 3k brisk walk, just get the blood pumping, and then drop my partner off to work, and then straight into thrifting. So I didn't really get much today. It's a bit bland in the stores at the moment. I did pick up this corduroy hat, of course, maroon 4X, can't let it go, only cost me $1, so easy find. This store also has a massive book section. It's cram-packed, and I have found some pretty good books in here, a whole set of Harry Potters before, Lord of the Rings, of course. I really need to get to know my titles and authors better, as I'm sure there's things in here that I am missing, but I just don't have the time really, as I do jump around a lot looking for what I know best. I do find myself plunging into these remote bins all the time, looking for like Bose remotes that I've sold before, and yeah, heading off straight to the dump. So this is the big lineup waiting for it to open. I don't know why, because it's going to be quite expensive here. They want $5 for that, and $20 for a broken Xbox. This DVD player didn't actually really comp up, so I just left it there. Being a dump, most of this stuff doesn't work, so it's always going to be parts. So I usually find myself leaving it. These, however, the Crystal Disney Infinity, I actually sold some Disney Infinity figures this same day. I don't know why I left them there. This shop has got some really good stuff in it. So heaps of DVD series, comic books, clothes, all crazy prices though. It's probably right on the cusp of not buying it or buying it, however you want to say that. And these shoes, you know, brand new, $60. I'm just not ready to jump into the shoe category. $100 for Doc Martens. I've sold them before. I've bought them for like 20, 30, and that's kind of what I want to buy, those big brand name shoes. And shout out to all the bronies out there. My Little Pony. Found some Nintendo cords just sitting in the box there. Sort of always a good find, but I did leave them there as I have heaps of them. G'day. How are we? Good, that's good. Another video. Got some bangers today. Little wins, like we say. Good sales though. What sold is coming right up. Yeah, so this is what I got today. Got the two hats there, both alcohol sort of merchandise hats where I come from. Got the corduroy 4X in maroon, so this should be a pretty popular hat. I actually seen someone the same day actually wearing this hat, so it's good, you know, that they're sort of fashionable for the young and old. This actually is a pretty good hat as well. It's like a sort of a towel, sort of like a pool hat. It's obviously fireball there. It's quite a good material. I'm actually not too sure what you call that. It's just like a real heavy cloth. But very good hats. These both go for in the sort of $20 range. I got them for $1 each, which good turnaround. These three came from same store. I actually sort of know the guys there pretty well, and they always sort of save a few things for me. This isn't the best lot I've ever got from them, but it's still something. I actually haven't tested this yet, this PS3 controller. It is missing a thumb grip there, which isn't too bad. If it works, still like a $20 controller. And being red actually is a bit weird that the colorways of these controllers people actually do like. So red is a wanted color, so that should go on to sell pretty quickly as well. These two, this is actually a pretty rare toy. This is Princess Luna. It's a My Little Pony, if you know anything about them. There's its little stamp there. It isn't in the greatest condition. You can, you know, sort of fix them up a bit. But I have sold this same unit in box for, I believe, the $70 from memory. I'll have to look it up. I'll splash it up on the screen anyway. But this goes anywhere between sort of $30, $40, $50 depending on condition. The one thing that is in benefit, even though it is a little bit, I did see on its leg somewhere, it's a little bit beat up. But anyway, that it works. That is a huge thing. So it working, it should bring eyes, and knowing that it can be tested and all that, it should go on to sell. This, however, is sort of like my, I don't know how you'd say it. They're junk. They're Wii's, Nintendo Wii's. Everyone's heard of them before. They're everywhere. People in video game category, media category will say that these things are junk, and I will agree with them that they are. But my favorite thing to do is to plug them in and see, one, if they work, but two, do they give us anything? Last time I did this, I pulled out an $80 game, and on previous occasions, it usually always has a disc inside. I'd say 50% of the time. So this is the first time I've done this. So let's have a look.
I insist on being here when they're born. Come on. Come on. Come on, little one. Come on. Come on. Come on, little one. Come on. Come on then. Come on then. Very good. Push. Push. Very good. God. Push.
And well, that was the biggest letdown. Anyway, I only bought this for $10. Looks like it works. It's going to go on to work. These Wii's, actually, the benefit of these, I've actually never come across really a Wii that doesn't work. I've only once has it come across that didn't work, and I have about 20 odd of them, I think. I don't know, I can't really remember. I have a whole bunch just sitting in here, and that's all cords I got from a big lot. There's actually a couple of Wii's down in there, and I have a whole stack of them down in there, and they're pretty well just all around the place. But they will make money. They do sell. I have the cords for this. This is actually in pretty good shape. These rubber feet here usually go. The only thing is it's missing is the GameCube controller cover, which isn't a big issue, doesn't affect the gameplay. They always pop off. But yeah, I can get rid of this. I think it's like a bit of silicone or something. Should come off anyway. But yeah, I'll show you what I sold. Alright, well, this is what I have sold. And suppose we'll just push everything aside, and I'll just go on ahead and say that I've sold the biggest book in eBay history. It's not actually a book. It is a Robotech. So sort of Japanese, sort of Gundam, sort of like, you know, Transformer-y robot toy. Very highly collectible, and that's kind of what it is. Same sort of, you know, along the lines of pop vinyls. They sort of sit in their box. No one really plays with them. The older ones they did, but as this one is sort of relatively newer, they never really get played with. So I picked this up on the very start of my eBay journey for $60. I had it sitting in my shop for a very high price, as there's not very many of them. I wanted about $600 for it. Now, I did get offers throughout its time on eBay. I never really wanted to sell it, but I put it up for $400, and I took an offer for $350 just to get rid of it. I thought, it's sitting there, all I'm looking at on a shelf is this guy staring at me. I'm never going to enjoy it. I'll give it to someone who can probably display it properly and make some money off of it. They did pay a very hexy amount of postage for it. It's going all the way to America, so they're a worldwide item. And alongside it, this little piece is actually from another one. So it was at the same shop where I got it. So I don't know whether I missed out on another one, but they'll be getting that too, because it's just a bit of junk laying around in my house. So that is gone. See you later. And just a couple of the bread and butter items, scrubs. I won't be picking this up again. It's another item I actually had to relist and drop the price on to get rid of it. I actually bought this on a half price day. I believe it cost me between the sort of $12 and $13 from memory. I should get a spreadsheet, but really I sort of list them on the day for what they're kind of worth, and if it's been in there 6 months and I have to sell it for what I can, I sort of just take that as a loss. But I'll probably get my money back on that. This is the same case with this, 6 feet under. These were sort of some of my newer, actually all these items were some of my older stock that I have delisted and relisted for a smaller price. This definitely making up for the loss in the 2 DVDs, but they should just pay for themselves, and I class those as sort of like a break even, so nothing too special there. And another bread and butter item, PS2 Jak and Daxter. This is actually Jak and Daxter is actually a really good game to pick up on. They have a few, it's like a racing game and sort of like a couple of different in the series. They're all like $20-$30 games. I believe this one was around the $30 or $25 mark. I'll splash it up on screen anyway. So yeah, big day, all in one item. $185 post for that. Crazy. You.